From a city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New Orleans Saints.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from the Superdome. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Purdy going to the air right away. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And you think back to the success he had throwing the football to win last week, so naturally he's going to come out throwing here, but that time they couldn't connect.
Here's 2nd and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This defense for the Steelers, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
He'll try and do this himself. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Alex Highsmith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Let's go now. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Ready?
Sanders. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. When you look at the Saints defense, this unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Garrison. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Armstrong.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
He finds his man, complete. It's Armstrong. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 12. First down, Steelers.
Off the play fake. Garrison. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Geno Stone on the coverage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worried about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run out of the gun with Quale. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Now Purdy. To the right side and intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
At their own 48-yard
line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. And you look at this Saints defense. They come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Garrison. He sets to fire deep. And that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
10 yards to go.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Garrison. Throw left side complete. That's Armstrong. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down.
Panther 60, Panther 11, Panther 11, 19 Lions, 19 tight, 19.
They'll look to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
Come on. 70 Rangers. Cougar 19. Warriors 70. Dragon 60. Ready.
Back to throw again. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a first and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a first and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
And his throw here is incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Boswell's kick is good, and that will make it 6-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. There's Chris Olave. Loose inside the 30. Chris Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possible. Let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here we go, here we go.
They're going to try and throw. And he is caught. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Armstrong. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Ready? Press all week, 19 seconds.
Back to throw. Garrison feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go, set, go.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. Keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Steelers have regained the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Staying on the ground on first with Camara. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Saints at 5-10 now on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Purdy. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Get set, get set.
Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 57 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from capturing the lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Here's Purdy. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
A gain of 24 yards. That's good for a Saints first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Play action. Now Purdy. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to add on to that lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Ryland on for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Saints 22, Steelers 13.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Come on. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Garrison. He finds his man, complete. It's Armstrong. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
19, Tiger, 19.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Saints will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Purdy from his own end zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? But can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
First and goal.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. To throw now, here's Sanders. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Christian Watson. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is down to 2.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious. And my goodness, another interception. And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Sanders. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Throwing, Sanders. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt.
In punt formation.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Purdy now to throw. That's taken in by Palmer. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Trey Palmer in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2.
The Saints will line up for the 2.
Final play of the half. Purdy. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
From the gun, it's Shador. He finds his man, complete. It's Armstrong. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Sanders to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Armstrong. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that will pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Ready? 19. Ready?
Throwing again, it's Sanders. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, it would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun here, Sanders. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
A 42-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy.
And now here's another interception. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a first down.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This is real simple. When you're in 5 wide receiver formation, you don't have a lot of time to dilly-dally back there. You've got to get the ball out with some dispatch, because a lot of the aggressive defensive teams in the league, they see 5 wide receiver sets, they're automatically bringing pressure.
And they brought the pressure. He held on to it a little too long. Winds up getting hit as he releases it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That's good for a Saints. First down.
Again, it's Shuck. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Steelers 23.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Oh, good move. A 2nd fake. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time, and they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk now, because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
First down.
From the shotgun, Sanders. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards. And the Steelers are back within a score. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6.
36. Steelers 30. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Looking to put a drive together. They start the drive on the ground. Quale. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Made at the 36-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. To throw now, Shuck. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.